Happy holidays and welcome to Here's Your Apology. I'm your host, Nate. Here is Levi. He's right here with me. He's alive and well.
That's right.
So we hope you guys are doing good. We got a lot of important stuff to get to. But first, how about a little weekend update? Life update?
It's Thanksgiving week.
It is Thanksgiving week.
Do you have plans? You got big plans or little plans? Is it like a whole family comes over or just like a small family?
Yeah, no, my whole family's coming over.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Just your side?
Mom, dad.
Or both sides?
No, just my side.
Okay.
Yeah. It's funny how Thanksgiving's like a gang war. Only one
Oops.
side. Yeah.
Exactly. You only get one meat, you know?
Yeah, the Garcias are the other side.
The others, yeah. That's what I call them, too. The others.
The others.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know why. It should be like this big ol'... But yeah, everybody's coming over here.
Okay.
To our house.
That's fun.
And
we're having everybody over to our new beach house. First time it's being used. No one's rented it yet, so I'll put the link in the description if you're looking for a place to stay on the Oregon coast. Check it out.
Cut to...
Taking reservations.
Yeah. Cut to like a commercial about your...
Yeah. Yeah.
At this Manzanita.
Slow motion B-roll.
Yeah. Just 3 blocks from the oceanfront view, we have a beautiful, charming cottage in Manzanita, Oregon.
Exactly. So, up for rent, just saying, putting that out there.
Yeah.
But that's where we're going to spend Thanksgiving with my whole family on my side.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Just miles away from Cannon Beach, Oregon. A famous tourist attraction.
Short drive.
Yeah. That's awesome. Are you guys going to have turkey at the...
Yeah, all the normal stuff.
Do short plugs. Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. We're not doing turkey.
You never do turkey though. Right?
Nah, we rarely do turkey. Sometimes we'll do turkey and
you do ribs or something. Or what
we did ribs last year.
Okay.
This year we're doing lasagna.
Okay. So the dish has been set.
Yeah.
Okay. Who chose?
My wife.
Okay. Does she choose every year, or is it like someone new gets to choose every year?
Well, it depends if we're doing it.
Okay.
If we go to like my mom's house,
you're getting your tradition.
Papa Murphy's.
Oh, Papa Murph.
No, we'll do traditional whatever.
Yeah.
None of us will eat it because we don't trust mom's cooking.
Salmonella.
That's kind of the joke in our family.
That your mom sucks at cooking.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm sure she loves it.
She loves the joke.
Yeah.
I think, honestly...
Every time she brings you something she's worked hard on.
Yeah. I'm like,
I bet this is going to suck, Mom.
It's like the version of taking a shot.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
She leaves the room, you're putting it in a potted plant.
We're like all unwrapping Jack in the Box burgers and fucking just stuffing our faces in the garage.
So you don't like a traditional Thanksgiving then?
No, I don't.
What do you have against it?
Just I don't have good memories of the dinner. It was always so bland and dry. Like
so the cooking is what made you not like it.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, I could see that. I've been to some Thanksgivings that left, something up for the imagination. But I've also been to Thanksgivings where it's like. Oh my gosh.
Oh, same.
Best of every version of the dishes that I've ever had,
Mm-hmm.
And
Cat's family.
I'm a traditional person where I love traditions,
Yeah.
So like I don't eat stovetop stuffing any other time of the year except for one day. And then I'll eat as much stovetop stuffing as I can. You know what I mean?
Not even the next day?
The next day.
Yeah, until it's
usually
gone.
not there. Stovetop goes quick. Stuffing goes quick.
Gone?
As a leftover, I mean, generally there's enough for like one series of leftovers.
Now I'm kind of getting hungry for stuffing, actually.
That's what I'm saying. So like that's why I like it, is because even like turkey, like mashed potatoes with the cranberries, like that's the only time I ever have it.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's like that's why I look forward to the meal, because I never have it any other time.
Right, for sure.
It's special in that sense.
Okay. Yeah, no, I get that. Sometimes we'll have like a Thanksgiving meal in the middle of summer.
Yeah. Just cause.
Just cause.
Yeah.
And it's like everything.
Exactly. You
It's
have to.
the best,
it has to
dude.
be everything. You know.
Yeah.
You can't
When you're
just do
craving it.
turkey. Nobody wants just turkey.
Yeah.
You want gravy and something. I mix. I mean, I'm a big mixer. So, do you mix?
Oh, I'll mix.
Yeah.
I've dabbled.
I like to.
But I also keep
a bite,
shit.
You know.
Yeah.
I'm like turkey, cranberry, mashed potatoes, and stuffing.
Yeah.
All
I used
in
to
one bite.
hate cranberry.
I know it's divisive. It's a divisive dish.
When you eat it with the right shit, it's good.
That's the thing. I love it
Yeah.
in the bite. You know, I'm
In the
not
bite.
eating it by itself, scooping it into my mouth.
No,
or
what are you,
anything.
Dexter?
Exactly.
That's insane.
Exactly. But it's like a charcuterie, you know? They got their little jam on there. You're like, cheese and jam? Then you're like, oh, that little fruit just in the background?
Yeah.
It's nice.
It's enough to turn you gay.
I mean,
I would, for a good charcuterie.
Who wouldn't? Who wouldn't?
I mean, I'm not saying I would or wouldn't. Either way.
You know, if that was like the prerequisite,
Yeah.
then maybe I'd consider.
I might look at it.
Depending how hungry I am. Yeah, it's not gay. I'll look at it.
I'll take a peek.
Yeah.
For a piece of cheese and jam. Dude, have you ever had one of those dreams where like you appear somewhere socially naked?
I don't know if I have, but I know that people have them. Like,
Oh, really?
I don't think I personally ever have.
Really?
I've also never had a wet dream.
Oh, you're missing out, dude.
I know. I feel like I'm missing out.
Do you ever cut yourself off for a period of time?
I guess not long enough. I mean, I've just never, ever in my life, you know? So
That's wild.
either I'm healthy or I'm not healthy, you know? Either everything's working great or something's not working
So
right.
something's missing.
Yeah.
Something's not firing right.
Yeah.
No, I mean,
Do you have the naked dream frequently?
not frequently, but like I've had it where I show up and I'm like at my school
Like high school?
and I'm just naked
Yeah.
in the halls of my school.
Interesting.
Yeah. But I'm me. As an adult?
I don't even know if I've ever been naked in a dream.
Oh yeah, me neither.
I don't think I'm aware of what I have on. It's always POV, like from my, you know what I mean? I'm
Yeah. No, I think like I'm aware that I don't have anything on.
Okay, it's an awareness more than like you look down and see that you're naked. You're just aware that you're not wearing anything.
Yeah, but both. Like it feels real, dude.
Right.
Yeah, and you're like trying to hide it.
Well, we covered this on our last episode. Is that you have pee-pee shame though?
Pee-pee shame?
Yeah, like you didn't want a masseuse to see it.
Oh, it's not pee-pee shame. I just don't want a woman who's seen multiple pee-pees to judge my one pee-pee out of a bunch.
Okay.
Cause
Does that have anything to do with this dream though? Same thing. You don't want people judging you for.
No, it's that I'm naked in a public place. Like being naked in front of. That's a different kind of shame.
Okay.
I guess maybe it's not.
Judgment. Your fear of judgment. Ultimately,
We've uncovered something.
it's ultimately. Your
This is
fear
valuable.
of judgment. Yeah.
Yeah, my fear of judgment. Maybe that is what it is, but.
Which comes from a feeling of inadequacy of your penis, I think.
No, that's not it. I'm Polish. And you know what we're known for? Being stupid.
Holocaust.
Yeah, being the first fucking conquered nation.
Yeah.
World War-
Auschwitz is in Poland, I think.
Yeah, right there in Warsaw. Yeah, but imagine being like naked in a public place with 2,000 other naked people, like on a cruise.
Okay. Now, just picture it.
A nude cruise. If I told you that existed in the world, would you believe me?
I believe anything at this point.
Is it a nice, pleasant? What do you think when I tell you nude cruise?
Old people,
Old people.
leathery skin. You know,
Yeah.
that's about it.
Do you think there's a lot of boners or no boners or almost no boners?
I don't even want to speculate, to be fair.
Well, this
I
article,
wouldn't be looking at the peepees, so I wouldn't even know if there were boners.
you wouldn't look at any of the peepees? You'd
Not
have to.
directly. In my peripheral, like if I had to, I would catch it in my peripheral.
Yeah.
I would not look directly. No.
So there is a cruise. It's a nude cruise, and they book 2,000 people. This dude goes on Reddit, and he basically answers all the questions, right?
He went on the cruise.
He went on the cruise.
Okay.
And of course, like the top question was, what are the rules for boners? What's the rules for boners on the nude cruise?
I mean, they probably have a protocol or something, you know? I would assume.
Yeah, you would, wouldn't you? Nowhere in the article
Like, is that...
does it state like a protocol. They're just like, it's generally frowned upon and almost never happens. Man who went on 2,000 person nude cruise reveals what would happen if a passenger got aroused.
Okay. And
if they got a boner.
What's the answer?
There's not meant to be anything sexual and not safe for work about these cruises. But what happens
except for the nudity? I'm pretty sure that's not safe for work, no matter what.
Yeah, except for all the tits and cock.
Yeah. Like, there's nothing not safe for work on these cruises.
Besides 2,000 pussies.
Yeah.
Oh, these fucking...
That's why I use my work computer to book my ticket.
Yeah. That's so funny. That's so fucking... That's the ultimate gaslight.
Yeah.
Nude cruises.
It's a nudist cruise?
Yeah.
This has nothing to do with porn. I was not looking at porn on my computer.
So, what happens if a passenger does get a little too excited? It's not going to happen. But if it does... well, a cruise ship passenger who disembarked from a 2,000-person nude cruise back in March took to Reddit to lift the lid on their unique experience. The passenger went on a 7-day-long $2,500 trip. $2,500 organized by Texas-based...
Does not seem like too much, honestly.
I know, it's kind of affordable.
Yeah. All you can eat?
It says, I can imagine things getting a little awkward if someone got a bit too energized. All these words
they're talking around
getting hard.
We get it. Yeah.
We're talking about boners, people. By all the naked bodies around them. And then this other user asked, maybe not specific to the cruise, but nudism in general, I'm assuming boners just happen since it happens in everyday clothed life too. Are they frowned upon or just accepted in this environment? The original poster responded, noting in their experience, boners almost never happen. That's a quote.
Okay.
But sometimes they happen.
Almost never.
Almost never. What the fuck does that mean?
Yeah.
It means I've seen a few.
Exactly. So it does happen. We're asking what happens when it happens, not
Yeah.
about all the other times when it doesn't happen.
Yeah. The fact that he doesn't address it, but with that, tells me
he's defensive.
Because they know when it happens, it's weird.
You think?
Probably, or maybe not.
I think it's weird the other way around.
Yeah, no boners.
Everyone's walking around soft. That is weird to me.
That is weird too.
Like, if everyone was
like,
walking
whoa.
around hard, it would make way more sense.
Yeah.
You know? So he just kind of disregards it. That's the answer to the question.
Yeah, basically.
He's just like, they rarely happen. So
yeah, because
next question.
Yeah, the very next thing he says is, "This cruise is very non-sexual, so a man would want to hide it somehow."
How?
Turn around.
Why do you need to be ashamed of a boner as a nudist?
Right.
Like, don't be a nudist if you are so either ashamed of your boner or like ashamed of seeing someone's boner.
Yeah.
Don't be a nudist then. If the expectation is still hide it, don't show that around here.
Mm-hmm.
You might as well be wearing clothes. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure. And how fucking pretentious of a nudist to like act like that would be.
They're above sexual arousal.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like,
no, you don't get it. We're just comfortable like this.
oh, I'll look at your titties, but if those nipples get hard, that's disgusting.
Yeah. Like,
shut up.
Like, can two nudists that are in a relationship, can a nudist husband go hang out with a nudist woman who he's not married to without his wife there?
Probably not.
You would think, right? And why not? Because they're naked. Even the nudist would have to be like, all right, that's crossing a line. Being naked one-on-one with someone who's not your wife, who's also a nudist.
Yeah.
That's crossing a line, you know?
Yep.
Even if you're a nudist.
That's so funny. To think that you have the even have a line. You don't get a line.
Yeah.
Shut up.
Yeah, exactly.
You don't get one, dude.
You're walking around with everything hanging out, making us all look at it.
We all saw your balls.
Yeah.
To think that you thought you had beautiful balls to show the world. They hang lower than your pee-pee.
Yeah. And a soft pee-pee at that. I'm not interested.
No.
I feel like nudists think that there's something that the rest of us don't get about being a nudist. Like, either there's like, they think everyone's like, has this high prude standard, or it's like,
yeah, they
just don't get, the lifestyle. Like, like if you understood it, you would see why it would be weird if anyone was aroused right now. We're just doing normal life things, Are you getting hard when you're taking out the garbage normally?
No, but I'm not looking at tits.
Yeah, exactly. But those are the type of people they are. They act like there's nothing weird or normal about it, but there is.
Yeah. I like how they say it's like everybody's naked, right? That's basic. Usually it's the step before sex.
Right.
Like right before.
Yeah.
And then they say, this is non-sexual in nature.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
That's so funny.
Like, I can see the scenario, right? Like, I can also pretend like naked people around me doesn't bother me. You know what I mean? Like, I could be in a room full of naked people and not be sexually aroused.
Yeah.
And not feel like, but I'm trying to. You know what I mean? Like, I'm intentionally not letting it. I have to actively do that,
How would you do that?
It's like an internal thing.
You can just do it?
I can just click off the curiosity, basically, and see people as, like, pieces of meat. I can, like, desexualize people.
Maybe that's what nudists do.
That's what I'm saying. I think they do that. And I get it. Like, I can look at nudity and not be sexually aroused, obviously. Like,
but would you want to?
it takes the fun out of it.
That's what I'm saying. Like, that's the purpose of nudity.
Yeah. And B, it's like, yeah, what's the point otherwise?
Yeah, to appreciate
what
the
statement
human form.
or lifestyle are you trying to make,
It's so pretentious to think that, like, nudity isn't sexual. Ever.
Yeah, exactly. Or that you can be naked all the time around other people who are also naked all the time, and that there won't be anything sexual.
Yeah.
Like, oh, if you get a boner, you better hide it.
Yeah. Oh, so none of you have kids?
Yeah, like, when is it appropriate at this point? Because it's not appropriate for me to be naked anywhere.
Yeah.
And it's still not appropriate for me to be hard, even though we're allowed to be naked. It's like if you went to a place where it's like cool to do heroin and then you like light up some meth and everyone's like, whoa, yo, we don't do drugs here. We don't do meth. We're not drug addicts.
Yeah, we're not poor.
We're just doing heroin. That's what it gives to me. It's like,
We're only doing heroin vibes.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, but we're doing drugs. It's still drugs.
Yeah.
We're all cool with all. You're cool with the hardest drug, but you're not cool with, like
A step back
yeah,
or
the
down.
natural part of it.
No, that is
the
funny.
weed.
You know what I think it is? Oh, right. You know what I think it is, honestly, is like all the boomer husbands convince their wives that this is a totally non-sexual thing.
Right. No, for sure. It's the women saying that it's non-sexual, and it's the men saying it to the women in order to convince them to go along.
Yeah.
Yeah. 100%. That's what it is.
Boomer dudes, honestly, are the last winners. I hate them. I hate them. Like, they cause us a lot of trouble, but honestly, I respect that move. They were the
manipulation.
Yeah, they were the last generation of men who like manipulated their women.
Yeah.
And they were good. And the women
went along with it.
They
wanted it.
The last generation
feels like they
of good
almost
women
know that it's happening and they're just cool with it.
Yeah. Yeah, like they would look the other way.
Yeah.
They wouldn't talk about things. Women now talk shit. They think they're the husbands.
Too much.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Women abuse men now?
Yeah.
Oh, boomers were the last real dudes. They were the last heroes among men. That's why we love like Mr. T and shit.
But they raised a generation of weak men.
Really strong fucking women.
That's true.
Little combination of both.
The constant sexual harassment really
caught up.
Yeah,
with us.
It grows a generation of very strong, independent women. So thanks.
Yeah, they got to have all the fun, and we're fucking having to pay reparations.
Yeah, exactly. That whole grab them by the talk.
Yeah,
we're the ones who got to pay for that. Donald Trump got away with it.
Yeah,
we can't even say that it happens without getting in trouble.
Damn.
How long is the cruise? Did it say?
Yeah, so the cruise
2,500. That's got to be 4 days.
Yeah, it's like a full week.
A whole week?
Mm-hmm.
Dang.
Yep.
Do you think so? They're not sexual cruises.
Very non-sexual.
Everyone's naked, but they're not sexual.
Mm-hmm.
So what's the fun part? You're still just on a cruise with a bunch of people you don't know. You're not allowed to do anything sexual with them other than they're naked.
Yeah. So we kind of uncover something in this article.
Uh-huh.
Because he doesn't really answer the boner question other than like try and hide it.
Right.
But he does answer the question, if it's not sexual, then what's it for?
Okay. What's it say?
And he inadvertently does it. Let's see if you can catch it. So what's this whole thing for? Well, the nudist cruise passenger questions whether the user has ever gone skinny dipping, noting it's great to be nude when doing activities such as swimming, dancing, and walking solo on the beach. Solo? Shut up.
Yeah.
On the beach, or at least that's the main thing for them about the experience, right?
Just being naked places.
But then he goes on to say, if I'm candid, I don't mind seeing naked women, so that's nice too.
So there we go. It's for the naked people.
That's what he's just said, dude.
The whole that's what I imagine a nudist colony is mostly like. It's like a bunch of people who are nudists, right? And all the dudes are telling themselves this isn't sexual and like fighting a boner the whole time.
Yeah.
But that's what it is. It's like the whole time that's what it is. Like, I mean, I like seeing naked women. That's part of the reason why I'm a nudist. But you're not allowed to like it, Not if you can't get boners.
Yeah.
That's how you like naked women, is with boners.
I would think I would just walk around hard and make fun of all the other guys that weren't hard and call them gay.
The soft is the more awkward.
Yeah.
Like,
yes, definitely the less manly. If there was an island, right, and the humanity started over, and you're the soft dudes.
Yeah.
You're
We're not repopulated.
Nope, you're the last.
Yeah.
You're the last one, bucko.
And so, like, it just doesn't seem like, if that's like the culture and the expectation is to act as if you're still wearing clothes,
Mm-hmm.
then there's no benefit.
Yeah, that's so
like,
stupid.
You're not more fun of a person. Like, a more fun nudist would be someone who, like,
Just rock hard.
You're allowed to do this to them every once in a while, and they're cool with it.
Hey,
You know what
Janet.
I mean? Exactly. Like, we're having fun being naked, you know? Not just like, well, we might as well be wearing clothes.
Yeah, but also that's disgusting, and I would never do that because I think it's
I'm just saying
so
that's
disgusting.
if the culture is
Yeah.
anti-sexual, then why would I want to be a nudist, you know?
Yeah, what benefits? Let's think. What benefits of being nude?
I mean, I like being naked, and like, I don't, you know, like, there's just the feeling of being free, obviously.
I don't like it, man.
I love it.
I like wearing underwear.
I don't.
No?
No. It's too constricting. So I get
think
it.
It's just constricting enough.
Like, I understand the feeling of enjoying it, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not going to do it around a bunch of people if there's no benefit in it for me, you know? What's the benefit?
That you could just be you.
Other than just spank bank material that, you
No,
know?
that's what it is.
That's what it is. But you're fighting the boner the whole time, and it's not allowed to be sexual. So if you go up to, like,
Mm-hmm.
someone to talk to them, like, let's say you're a single person in a nudist colony, you walk up to another single lady, she's like reading a book. You just have to have a conversation with her about the book without acknowledging the fact that you're both naked, without really kind of like giving it a good look. You know, it's like, then what are we doing? What's the point of being naked if you can't be like, observe, like, someone's obviously showing off their body. Is it inappropriate to like look people up and down? You know?
Oh, yeah.
I bet it is. There's all these rules for being nudist, which makes being nude not fun, whereas it's supposed to be fun.
Right.
You know?
It's the beta version of an orgy.
They take the fun out of of nudity. It just doesn't seem like a fun lifestyle. Like, even if all the people were ugly, because they are, nudist people aren't attractive people, you know?
Mm-mm.
But even if they were all ugly,
Mm-hmm.
if there was an element of fun to it, it would be more desirable.
Sure.
You know?
But it's not. It's just like we're
It's
here
not,
and naked.
and they're not attractive, you know?
Yeah.
So it's like, what are we doing? What's the fun part
Yeah.
about being naked? I'm naked next to this curmudgeon who doesn't, you know,
Yeah.
keeps
Smells like a fucking bake sale, like a clam bake.
yeah.
It smells
just like in his head, like trying not to like look at the women and sexually so that he can keep his boner down.
Yeah. Or it's either like that, or you're standing next to some fat lady that you can smell,
Exactly.
and it's like, where you're standing in line for like a hot pretzel with your soft penis.
Exactly. And it's like, neither of those people are having fun.
Either or.
They're just both naked. Congratulations.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's sad.
Yeah, that's how I feel about all this nudist stuff. Like, if it's not fun and it's just for like some political reason, you know, like, that's what it feels like almost. It's a political reason. It's not even like because they actually have more fun naked.
No. Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
It's just like more of a statement, an anti-society statement, you know.
Or
But then
like-
you also
Yeah.
have more rules that make it less fun, you know.
Like no boner.
If I'm gonna break off and build my own culture and society, it's
I'm
gonna be fun.
I'm having boners.
Yeah, boners are allowed. They're
They're
celebrated.
Yeah. We clap every time there's a boner. You have to, it's like Cold Stone when you tip, they have to sing.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. So with all this, the big question is, would you go?
I would go if there was an age limit.
Which way?
I'm gonna say 45 and under. I would go.
45 and under?
Yeah.
Like 18 to 45.
Yeah.
19 to 45.
Yeah.
You would go.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's no way.
I just don't see it being fun with a bunch of old people.
Yeah. I would never go. I would,
Nothing. What
no,
if it was
I'm
only?
not even.
What if it was only
Even if
3
I was,
days?
even if I was, no. The thought is so disgusting. What am I gonna go order food and then sit in a chair? Are you sitting in the chairs, Levi?
Yeah, everyone's sitting in the chairs.
Ugh. You know how much crack sweat?
You know, you keep a little wet wipe on you.
Where? You're
You
naked.
carry it, you know.
You carry it under
I'm
your
sure they got
titty?
dispensers for stuff like that.
Oh, dude, they better have them everywhere.
If you're a nudist, you're clean, you know? Like, you're not secreting anything from
You don't
anywhere.
think?
You're just keeping
I
it
think they
clean.
stink.
I think they try and keep it clean.
I think they can't keep up.
I think they smell like banana boat. And that's, you know.
That coconut banana smell.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's a nice smell, I think.
Like, what if you're married and you're a nudist? And you like hanging out with your wife by the pool? Are you allowed to get hard then?
Yeah, is
it's
she
not
allowed
very,
to jack me off by the pool?
It's just not a very realistic
With
rule.
sunscreen?
I don't like your culture. You
Yeah.
know?
There's
There's way more ways to be nude than the way that nudists present it. It seems like the least fun way to be naked is the way nudists do it, you know?
Yeah, it doesn't make sense. You know, it doesn't make sense. Why is that the line? That's a weird line.
Yeah.
Nudity?
Yeah.
Oh, we just want to be naked.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the
It
stupidest
doesn't
line.
improve anything in people's lives, you know? Yeah, but realistically, I probably wouldn't go on. Obviously, I would never pay $2,500 to go on a cruise that is like that.
Yeah, no.
It would have to be a gift. That's the only way I'm going is if someone else pays.
like crowdfund it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, okay, who do you think, what type of person, who does go on these cruises? Like,
We don't know them personally.
oh, you don't think we work with any or like come in contact? What kind of demographic do you think they are if you were to see them in public? Where would it be?
Like
Yes.
middle class white.
Okay, yeah.
White trash. is
Yeah.
what I'm saying. Like you still got
Okay.
money to go on cruises, but you're still white trash.
Gotcha. And those people with like MAGA tattoos,
Yeah.
right?
Yes.
Those are my people.
Sign up.
No, because that's gross. That's still gross. Like germ-wise, that fucking grosses me out. Put clothes on.
Yeah.
Put clothes on. I don't care about your titties.
Yeah.
Speaking of like my boner in a nudist colony, giant distractions. Did you see that Haka performed in I think it's Queensland?
New Zealand.
Is it New Zealand?
Yeah.
What's the difference?
That's a city name.
City. Okay.
One's a country name.
Yeah. That lady getting up,
Yeah.
tearing the thing.
Uh-huh.
Kind of emotional.
It's been I've been getting all the memes from it.
That was wild. What memes are you seeing?
Just they green screened her out, and it's like when my husband asks about the receipts from me shopping, and it's like tearing it. You
dude.
know?
That's so funny.
What do you know why she did that? I know it was like to oppose some legislation that they lost, pretty much.
Yeah, from what little I've read, the basic legislation was to make everyone in that area like equal under the law,
Okay.
and they didn't like.
They want special treatment.
Yeah.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah, and so they did the Haka.
To me, the Haka is tough to watch.
Is it?
Every time I've seen it, I've never been like, oh, this is the move.
Yeah.
They made a good decision doing this. Yeah, never. I feel like every time I see it, I'm like, what are we doing?
Yeah.
Is this a tribute? This better just be a tribute, because if you're doing this for real, it's embarrassing. Because most of the time I feel like it's white people that I've seen doing it.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Like
Wow.
there's a basketball. The New Zealand does it.
Yeah.
There was the New Zealand basketball team was playing USA in the Olympics or something.
Yeah.
And they did it when they were losing or whatever. And it's just like, you're losing.
Well, yeah.
If this
That's why
energy,
they still do it.
if that doesn't turn into now you're winning, then it's embarrassing to do it. You know, like
Yeah.
it's just it to me it feels like a little kid kind of throwing a fit. That's what it felt like.
Absolutely. That's how like crazy intimidating things like pre-war rituals turn into like college football chants because
Yeah.
you were conquered. Like stop doing it
Yeah,
for
exactly.
real.
You're doing it in the wrong circumstance.
This is so like terrible. Stop doing your but for real, like
It seems like I said, at this point, I've mostly just seen white people doing it.
yeah.
And it's like some sort of tribute to some, but that's also the thing is that it only works on white people because white people see it and think, oh, this is their culture.
Yeah.
Like I'm experiencing this thing that's cultural. You know,
Yeah.
like white people love that type of stuff. Like, oh, this is important because this is what they used to do before. You know, like they take it and they romanticize it. And so, like, I feel like that's how it became a thing. It's like white people romanticized it.
Mm-hmm.
And so people started doing it more. And then people put meaning behind it as if it still works or it's still like something that needs to be applauded. That's really the thing. It's like people do it. And then there's people who applaud it looking like morons. I'm like,
Yeah.
what are we clapping at? Because everyone memorized the synchronized dance and chant, you know, like what is the impressive part here?
I'm not gonna lie, which is a stupid thing to say. I was one of those white people. I got sucked in for a minute, dude.
You started
I got
learning Hakas?
No, I didn't. I was a step away, bro.
Stomp the yard.
I was a. If we had Spam in our pantry, bro, I'm just telling you. No, I was like watching it and I was like, whoa.
You thought it was powerful.
Yeah, I was like,
That's because a bunch of people screaming is powerful.
right.
But it's the illusion that it's powerful.
Then you learn.
It's not actually powerful.
No.
It's like if you went to the UFC event where Donald Trump walks in and everyone's screaming in excitement. You feel the energy.
Mm-hmm.
You feel the excitement in the room. You know, if you're in a quiet gymnasium and a bunch of people in the middle start doing the synchronized chant and like chest banging, you'll feel the energy and it'll feel powerful, but it's not.
Yeah. But you're right. And two, like, it's also, if you think about it, even culturally, it's a weird, like, what if I pulled out my bagpipes during a work safety meeting?
Exactly. Yeah.
You know what I mean? And just started wailing.
Yeah. It's not
inappropriate.
They knew, though, in that circumstance, I feel like they knew it was an inappropriate time to do it, and that's why they did it. To be disruptive. But that's the thing. People think that being disruptive equals creating change.
Right.
You're just being disruptive.
Right.
Nothing's changed.
Yeah, you didn't argue.
Impressed by your little, they pulled out a Haka. And they went to revote after that. And the bill passed.
Yeah.
Or whatever it is. You know?
Right.
Like, it was never going to accomplish anything at all. What does it accomplish? Making them look like there's a I remember
that should be the end of Moana 2.
a Haka. It might be. When you sent me the
The
clip,
Hawaiian versus like Sao Tao or whatever.
when you sent me the clip of that lady doing the Haka, I was like, well, this is why Native Americans or natives get kicked out of Congress to begin with. It's like, no wonder there's no native representation.
Yeah.
This is what you do. We're here discussing a bill, and you start screaming with all your friends
I don't even speak that language. I don't know what you're saying. That's not my culture. You're just screaming.
Yeah. It's like, there's a reason there's not representation, okay?
Yeah.
We tried having you. We tried to talk to you, and you just started hakaing.
You people can't do shit right. We're just trying to discuss the bill. You start singing in song.
Yeah.
I don't
Makes
speak
no
the fucking...
sense.
It's confusing to everybody and honestly terrifying
Yeah.
to have someone
But not
scream.
in the way you think.
Yeah.
More like in a mental illness kind of way, less in like a I'm intimidated by you in a war kind of way.
Yeah.
You know? Like it doesn't have that effect anymore.
No, because
I saw that lady and thought something's not right up there.
Yeah.
I didn't think, oh, this is a cultural thing. You know, this is a beautiful moment she's demonstrating. I thought, this lady has a screw loose.
Yeah.
I don't care what culture she's from.
Yeah. No, I was totally bought in. I was totally bought in. I was like, oh, this is powerful, amazing.
Even for this one, for this lady?
Yeah, for this lady. and then I read what it was. I read into it and was like,
yeah,
but of course.
Yeah.
Of course.
It's just someone throwing
Yeah.
it.
I was like, I wanted to be inspired.
Yeah. You wish.
Damn it.
You wish she was standing up for something that was actually injustice.
Yeah.
So you could be like, wow.
Powerful.
Exactly.
Powerful.
But the Haka never is powerful.
No.
It's the illusion of power.
Mm-hmm.
But in modern times, that illusion has shattered. Like,
yeah.
I've never once seen a Haka and thought,
Ooh.
oh, they're intimidating.
I have.
Oh, they're gonna win now.
See, I'm the opposite. I'm like, oh, they're gonna kill, and then they always. I'm like, how?
It's like they did.
Did you see the Haka?
Yeah.
That thing was insane. It's like intimidating for me. I'm like, I watch it and I'm like, these guys are.
Yeah. That's the white person thing where you
for
see
sure
anything cultural and you can like feel it inside of you because you don't have anything that you can relate to culturally like that.
Because we just
but you want
dominated it, you know?
Exactly.
You know.
But that also flattened everything out.
Mm-hmm. What do you mean? Equalized it?
Culturally.
Like,
it was like, oh, there's nothing really that interesting in white culture. You guys don't got a Haka. Nothing that people look at and they're like,
no, we have the fucking Sistine Chapel. You can enjoy your fucking dance. We have amazing art and structures. And
that's so old.
Do you know what? Right. So is the Haka.
No, they're still doing Hakas today.
I know.
Who's painting the Sistine Chapel today? Okay.
Oh,
without slaves, you could never have gotten that thing done.
No, we got that Dwayne Wade sculpture now.
Yeah,
dude,
exactly. That's what
we
saying.
Got. Yeah.
White people are craving culture, and that's why they see a Haka and they think
you're right.
Powerful.
Yeah, no, you're right. Also, why we're flocking probably to politics too.
Yeah,
craving culture.
Yeah. I could see it.
Yeah. That's a great observation too, because I feel like the white culture is like flailing right now.
Yeah.
Where are we gonna land? Are we gonna land in rap music? Are we gonna land in like edgy country? Are we gonna where do we land in comedy and in the movie space and entertainment?
Exactly. You guys are
like, ooh.
Because everyone was like no white people for a long time,
and now we're like,
now it's like, okay, if we're gonna use them again, where?
Yeah.
If we're gonna can't have a full cast of white people. That is still too far.
I don't know, dude. Did you see who won Miss Universe?
No.
A little blonde hair, blue-eyed.
You're back.
Denmark. Yeah, I would say things are sitting pretty good for white boy summer.
Okay.
Next summer.
We'll see.
I don't know. We'll see. It might just be the white chicks are back.
Yeah, I mean that was
fuck the white
people
guys.
People been waiting for that.
Yeah. People have been.
It's because
waiting to shit on
conservative white chicks are back. You know, they've been gone for a while because liberal white chicks took over the conversation and were the loudest.
And now the conservatives are back.
Now conservative white chicks are back, and they're just hot You know?
Yeah. Just gorgeous and smart.
Exactly. You know, no screws loose, nothing you really got to worry about. So
Like common sense women. You're like,
yeah.
is this AI?
Yeah, exactly.
Used to fucking these cyborgs on CNN talking all this bullshit. To do a war dance from a conquered country seems defeating.
I wasn't inspired by it.
You would think they wouldn't be inspired. Didn't we do this dance before the last war we lost?
Like,
when we lost our entire country?
To me,
why are we doing it still?
Exactly. Exactly.
We just got conquered after this fucking dance. I'm not doing it again.
Exactly.
I'm not doing it again.
Like, to me, it's if on election night when Kamala found out she was losing, if she came out and did that, I would. I cringed just as hard when I saw that other lady do it. Like, it's equal cringe every time I see it. It doesn't matter.
Yeah. No, and you can't help it.
It's pretend bravery. It's performative bravery. It doesn't amount to actual bravery.
Yeah.
Which is why it's cringy, you know?
I do.
In my opinion.
Okay.
In my opinion. That's just my one guy's opinion.
Yeah. No, and I agree with you, but I have to go through a process to get there because I'm immediately inspired and equally intimidated, and then I'll read into it, which is something that a lot of people don't fucking do. They're just like, oh my gosh, this lady's they're so quick to label everyone a fucking hero.
Yeah.
Oh, this lady's a hero, and then you're like, oh, she wanted to fucking murder elderly people and
she could have been chanting
into the volcano.
She could have been chanting "Death to America" that whole time, and you would have no idea.
You'd be like, oh, beautiful.
You don't understand the language. Exactly.
Yeah.
You just think it's beautiful because someone looks passionate about something.
And that's what's attractive, is the passion.
Yeah, that's what most people get suckered by, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And that's why that's one of the things that I try not to fall for the most.
Is the emotion into it.
Exactly.
I love to get sucked.
I try to look beyond that.
Yeah, I love to get sucked. I love to get sucked into like an emotional story.
Yeah.
And I also love to find out.
I feel vulnerable.
I love that feeling, but I also love the roller coaster of finding out that shit's bullshit.
Yeah.
Like, it's still like, even better.
Yeah. It's still
love
fun.
Yeah. It's so fun.
Is the Haka just a New Zealand thing?
Yeah, so the Haka,
it's like
I read about this today.
Their Aboriginal people are the ones who came up with it?
No, it's a like a Maori thing.
Okay. Are they from New Zealand?
Yeah.
So the people from New Zealand are the ones who came up
Maori.
with
but then Hawaiians have Seatao.
Is that a Haka?
It's similar, but it's not the Haka.
Okay.
It's similar, but they're both they're like Polynesian.
Islanders.
Yeah. Pacific Islanders. Yeah.
So the Haka was invented that's why, because I do see a lot of white people doing the Haka.
Yeah.
And
that's how you know.
It's because it's New Zealand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not a big cultural appropriation guy.
Uh-huh.
But it's a pretty tough flex to take another culture's thing before the war you beat them in and fucking do it in front of them with the confidence.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know?
Faces and everything.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
That is a pretty dope flex.
I mean,
I'm going to get the shit beat out of me one day. I know that for talking about the Haka. Talking shit about the Haka.
So I think it's pretend bravery. I don't think they're any threat. Any of those people doing that, not intimidated by it.
Sorry. Bro, some of those islanders...
Sorry, it's not having the desired effect.
That's true. If real Pacific Islanders here...
It reminds me of that Indiana Jones scene with the sword.
And he does the big elaborate...
Yeah. That's what the Haka is. They're going to be doing that towards me. You know? Over.
Yeah, done.
Yeah.
Let me load my mag.
Exactly.
Poo.
If this is really war, you know, I'm going to win. You're too busy Hakaing.
Yeah, it seems like a waste of time. That's probably why they got beat. They were just doing the fucking Haka.
Honestly, it feels like it's more for them than it is for their enemy.
Yeah.
It's more to hype them. They're trying to hype themselves up to win more than it's actually an intimidation tactic.
Yeah, because at what point in war do you have the opportunity to do that to the other side?
Exactly.
Aren't you just running at each other?
It would have to be right before that.
Like real quick. They have
all right, you do your thing, we'll do our thing, and then we'll charge.
on 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then whoever's the scariest gets a head start.
Yeah. Dude. Yeah, at what point, though? Like, what point are you doing that? At the very beginning, like you said, you think they did that?
Even if that was part of my culture, I would never pull it out.
Oh, yeah, you would never, like, pull it out in society, you mean?
Yeah.
No, keep that for the powwow.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, the fact that they're pulling it out feels like unnecessary, you know? Like, if I knew that was part of my culture, I wouldn't be showing it to white people as if it's going to have an intended effect, you know?
No way. Because they're just...
Like, that's kind of like an embarrassing thing about your culture. You know?
That you had a...
That you guys dance at each other and scare each other so bad that they don't want to fight you? Like, what's the point again?
Imagine the generals of both armies meeting after everything is said and done. He's like, the white general was like, what was that thing you were doing while we were slaughtering you?
Yeah.
And the guy's like...
Those steps that you guys had memorized.
He's like, it's a pre-war thing that we've always done. He's like, okay, so when like all my guys ran through and stabbed your first like line of people while they were stomping,
yeah.
Why didn't you guys just fight? You know?
Yeah. Why'd you spend so much time practicing the steps and being in sync? You could have been practicing like killing people and fighting. Yeah.
Yeah. He's like, you didn't think we were scary?
Yeah, like, listen, intimidation is a huge part of the game we play here.
You gotta sell it, you know?
Yeah. Like, imagine a football team coming out and doing that before. Do you think that would have any indication on how the game was played? No.
Mm-mm.
Like, the fact that they didn't figure this out back in the ancient times whenever they came up with the Haka.
Yeah.
That's the problem. The first time they tried it, it worked. And then they tried it every time ever since.
They stuck with it.
It became a thing, and it just stopped working, you know? Like, maybe the first time, whenever Aboriginals tried it, you know?
I don't think it's the Mayo. You keep saying
I don't know the difference.
Aborigines are like the dark black indigenous people to Australia, and the Maori tribe is the one that does in New Zealand. And they look Hawaiian. They don't look...
It's the same thing.
That's so funny. That's so funny.
I think some things need to get left in the past with history.
Yeah. And also...
It worked. Even if it did work in the past, let's acknowledge that today...
Exactly.
...doesn't have the same effect.
No.
It's not necessary.
You're disrespecting these fallen men.
Yeah.
Doing your Haka.
When they did it, it was actually a sign of bravery, and then it actually worked. It intimidated their enemies, whatever you want to think, you know?
Right.
Today, it doesn't do anything.
At all.
Like I said, you could be playing in a sports match against anybody. Do that, and it won't have any effect on whether you win or lose.
Yeah. It doesn't matter if you want to do the Haka to get out of a speeding ticket. You're going to get fined for contempt of court.
Exactly.
Could you imagine that? I would do that. If I was Pacific Islander.
Yeah.
How do you plead? Rip
it up.
And they'd be like, ooh, that's powerful, and let me go.
Okay.
Powerful argument.
You're cleared of all charges.